Hey y'all, once again I'm back again with another video, but a different video. We are going to bleach some knots in this beautiful 32-inch straight wig, I believe. I will put the link into that down below. Now y'all bear with me, this is my first time ever doing a voiceover, so let's get into it. So right now I am showing you guys the BW2 bleaching powder that I see all of the TikTok, YouTube girlies that do hair use, and we bought it. Now we got the Pure White 40 developer, and I basically went on YouTube just like everybody else and was seeing what the girls were using. The Got To Be Glued spray that I've had for more years than I can count, and a shampoo that helps with washing out bleach out of your hair. And then I have that little, whatever you want to call it, little bowl and a little brush to apply the bleach. So now I'm cutting out the combs that's in the front of the wig into the side of the wig. First of all, I don't like it because it pokes me at the side of my wig, but also the fact that I usually don't use them. I only use the one in the back if I want that secure hold. So right now I'm just cutting this. I don't know how long this is gonna take, y'all, but bear with me. It was a little struggle because I was trying to make sure I wasn't cutting any of the thread that was holding the bundles in it. So I was making sure to meticulously make sure I snip the right threads that need to be snipped. But yeah, this is my first time doing bleach knots, so y'all don't be in the comments talking about some, oh, we do see some black knot. Like I said in the title, first time doing bleaching knots. So this is a trial and error, but for a first timer, I think I did pretty good, okay? So now what I'm about to do is go ahead and grab that Got To Be Glued spray and spray the lace where most of the hair is, just so the bleach doesn't completely seep into the knots and then end up changing the color of the hair. I also realized I recorded this like 2-3 weeks ago before I uploaded this, and I did not use the Got To Be spray to spray the front of the hairs and brush them out the way. So do not do what I did. Like I said, this is a first time bleaching knots, but yes, I was supposed to use the Got To Be spray and spray the hair back. I just think I was so excited to record it and just start bleaching the knots that I absolutely skipped over that step. So don't skip over that step. Spray the Got To Be on the hair on the outside and brush it back. So now we are going to get our BW2 powder, and I saw this girl and I think she had the right ratio to it. I think it was like 2 scoops. I think it was 1.5 scoop. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna wait to see what I do before I talk too fast. But she had a great ratio to powder and to the developer that gave you that toothpastey consistency that all the hairstylists tell you to do, that you want. You don't want it too runny, and you also don't want it too powdery. So make sure that you are being very, very careful of how much of the powder and the developer you're using, because one, you don't want to waste product, and also two, you don't want to use too much. So right now that was 2 scoops. I'm about to do 2 scoops, trying to be diligent because this stuff ain't cheap, sweetie. That little container right there, the little powder, was about like $21 on Sally Beauty. I said, good God almighty. I said, yeah, so we're going to be diligent with our powder, and then we're just going to wrap that back up for the next time I got to do another wig, which will probably not be anytime soon because the weather is getting nice, which means this scalp is going to be seen. Let the air hit the scalp, okay? Now we're going in with the 40 developer, and I use the same measuring cup for the powder because why not? Might as well. So I do 1 cup of that, and then I mix it in, and I see how well it takes to the powder, and I realized it was still powdery. So then later on in the video, you will see me go back in and do half of that measuring cup. So basically what I did was 2 cups of the bleaching powder and then 1.5 cup of 40 developer. Now, I'm not saying this is the holy grail to do bleaching. By all means, do what works for you. But from the YouTube videos that I've watched, I've seen that's what most of the girls use. So I just stuck with that, and it worked perfectly fine for me, and it gave me that consistent toothpastey consistency. Like I just showed you guys, it's very powdery, it's giving very much flour, and we don't want flour, we want toothpaste. So I'm gonna go back in, get my measuring cup, and basically put in some more of that 40 developer, but not a full cup, a half a cup. And I just eyeballed it. I said, okay, that's pretty good. We're just gonna take that and dump it right in there, and then we're gonna mix it in and see how that tastes. One thing I will say is you guys are not seeing it or hearing it, but I did have my overhead fan in my living room going on. I had the porch door open, as well as another fan near me blowing away the fumes. So make sure you wear a mask and that you are doing this in a very ventilated space, because this thing is strong and it was bothering me. It was getting on my nerves. So right now, like you can see, now that's the consistency that you want to put on your lace or your wigs when you're trying to bleach your knots. You want that toothpastey consistency. It's not too runny. It's not too powdery, and it doesn't drip off like leaky or anything. So now we are going to go in with the bleach, sweeties. So what the girls told me on YouTube and TikTok is that you want to start from the back and work your way up, because in the back they will be able to get lighter faster. So you don't want to start in the front and your whole front line of your hairline is basically bleached out and the back of your hair is like slowly trying to catch up. I don't know if I explained that pretty accurately, but you guys catch what I'm saying. Work from the back and work your way up. There you go. That's all that matters. So right now it looks like I'm going super fast. I was not going super fast. I was going very, very slow because one, this wig was not cheap. And two, I didn't want to mess up. I only sped it up for editing purposes, but I made sure to saturate the knots as properly as I can. I could have done better, but once again, do not come for me in the comments. This is a first time. After, looking at it and wearing it for a couple of times, I did see there were some spots in the wig where I could have been a little bit more generous with the bleach. Now I've seen some girls do the same method and add like blue indigo hair dye for it. I gotta try that. Maybe that'll be another video, who knows. But now after I washed it, blow dried it, put some body oil in it, this is what it's looking like. Body oil, hair oil. Good God. Y'all bear with me. This is a voiceover. We're not gonna come for me in the comments, please. But yes, this is how it looks. It's giving very much body yaddy yaddy yaddy. Okay. I really like how it turned out for me being a first timer. I really don't do the baby hairs. I don't really do that, to be honest. I only do that when I'm going to a hairstylist and I have them do it. So that's the scalp. It's giving. I will give myself a B-, okay?